studio. It's Jen Pike at Simplicity Yoga and Fitness Therapy Studios. It is May 18th, so it's a Friday of the long weekend. Some of you have already come to a couple of our morning classes and really kicked off the weekend. But for those of you who may have some family stuff going on, just some chill time going on, I thought I'd put together a little sequence for you that you can do that'll just take you about 5 minutes, depending on how many times you repeat and go through it. So I'm going to take you to the mat and show you what we can create in a small little amount of time here. So we're going to focus in through the core, and I'm going to have you guys start laying down onto your back. And you can just take the knees nice and soft with the feet down, and then let the hands just relax down next to you. Take your feet a little bit wider, about as wide as your mat here, and gently just start to let the legs soften from one side to the other, relaxing your breath. So even though the goal for this little flow is to get a little bit of your own personal heat moving throughout your body and to really wake up through those deep front core lines and the abdominals, we still need to let the body recognize what's going to happen before we just jump into it. Good. And then bringing those legs back into center and take them about hip bone width apart. Let the arms relax down next to you. Take a nice deep breath in. And then softly press into those feet, into the shoulders. Let the hips lift up a little bit. If it feels comfortable, you can start to walk your feet in a little bit here, but really opening through the chest, grounding through the head, through the shoulders, the arms. Taking a nice deep breath in. Then very softly releasing one little vertebrae at a time, rolling yourself down. Hugging the knees up into the chest and taking a little hug. Good, and then placing those feet back down. So I'm going to have you plug your heels down and lift the toes up. So we're going to deactivate the hip flexors a little bit here. And we're going to rest the head back down and lengthen the arms up above the head. Now if the arms don't come all the way up and you find that this is happening where you're popping through the ribs, then the arms don't have to go all the way. They can come to where they can, or you can bend the elbows. And we're going to inhale and lift the fingertips up. Exhale, squeeze. So you're going to contract the abdominals and lift them up forward. And then inhale, reach the fingertips up, soft and slowly down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, lift and reach it up. Slow and control down. So we're starting to get some really good flexion happening through the spine, waking the abdominals up, holding it. Use the control on that eccentric part of the contraction, which is where we soften down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze and draw up. Good. Open up through the heart. Lengthen and draw down. Good. 3 more here. Inhaling. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lift and reach. Slow and control down. Inhale, lengthen up through the arms. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lift and reach. Slow and control. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, lift the body up and keep the eyes towards the thighs and the knees. Slow and control down. Beauties. Now from here, you're going to draw the legs up to the tabletop and we're going to flex the feet. Take your hands to the outside of the knees and let the fingers just wrap behind the hamstrings a little bit. We're going to lift the upper body into flexion, so you're really curling those shoulder blades up off the floor here. And then we're going to come into your hundreds. So the hands are going to hover the mat, and the legs are either going to stay here in level 1. Point the toes and squeeze up into level 2. And then as we start to get stronger through the abdominals, and this isn't going to happen with a low back lifts, then you can start to move the legs a little farther out. So we'll take it at a midpoint for today. We're going to start to pump the arms from the shoulders up and down. So we're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 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 Inhale, squeeze 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Good. Keep those shoulders up. Keep the arms moving. Squeeze that tummy. Make sure that breath is flowing. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Good, now hold it. Squeeze that right knee into the chest, let the left leg draw out in front. Single leg stretch. Exhale and switch. And switch. Good, pressing through it. Softening through that jaw. Squeezing through the glutes. So the abdominals are firing for you. You're curling your shoulder blades up up off of the floor here. You're lengthening and reaching out. The thighs are firm, right? Everything's turned on here. Whole body. Exhaling, squeeze 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now flex the feet and continue. If the neck starts to bother you, really common when you're doing a lot of flexion, especially in the beginning, just rest the head back down, but then maybe don't take the legs quite as far away, and that's going to take the load off of your low back spine here. Good, breathing into it. See if you can take the fingertips behind the head without linking. Exhaling, press 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, draw the knees in there. Exhale, relax the body down. Beauties. Now you're going to place your feet down flat. So we're going to start to come a little deeper into those obliques. Bring your hands behind your head without linking. We're going to lift up, exhale, and twist, and then soften back down. Uplift and twist, and down. So we're trying to keep the legs nice and still. Now if you wanted to add an extra challenge for yourself, then you can bring the legs back up into 90. Right? Squeezing the inner edges of the thighs, your knees, and your feet together. Up and over and breathing. Exhale, up and across. 8, 7, squeeze it, 6. Exhale, 5, up and over, 4, 3, lift 2, and 1. Good, and draw it down. Hug those knees in. Now we're going to come into your full crisscross, which is going to incorporate that single leg stretch with the legs and that oblique crisscross movement with the upper body. So if it's too challenging on your lower back, then just keep the feet flat and continue here, lifting and twisting. Or you're going to bring the legs up, 90-degree tabletop. We're going to start with the toes pointed, and we're going to alternate and twist, exhaling and squeezing. So really important, every time you exhale, you want to think that you're deepening that contraction through the belly. Stretch, breathing. Good, keep it going. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it into down. So you should be feeling some heat into the belly there. Now we're going to do one more, your double leg stretch, and then we're going to give it a little cool down into the back. So come back to this 90-degree angle. I'm going to show you your prep first. You're going to inhale to stay. Exhale, lift the body into flexion and extend the legs out. Then inhale, reach the arms up and back. Exhale, sweep it around and lower down. Inhale. Exhale, body up. Inhale, lengthen and reach. Exhale, squeeze it in and lower down. Inhale. Exhale, body up. Inhale, lengthen and reach. Exhale, and squeeze it in and lower down. So that is your prep, and you can stay with the prep. If you're doing the prep there where you get the little rest in between, then I'd like you to do about 8 to 10 of those. If you're going to go into the full flow, I'd like you to strive for about 12 to 16. So full flow here. Inhaling. Exhale, body up. Inhale and reach. Exhale. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and squeeze. So as you're lengthening the legs out, you are only going as low as you can stabilize for your low back. The abdominals stay contracting. You're giving a little squeeze, lifting the hips in and up, but it's not the arms doing the work. You're exhaling. Lift and reach. Good. I've lost count, but based on the burn in my belly, I'm going to say 5 more. Exhaling. And 4. And 3. 2. And 1. And down. Yay. Grab a hold of the inside of the right foot and the inside of the left. Take the knees nice and wide. So it was a little Pilates flow that we created there today, but we can rock it out with some laughing baby. We can infuse some yoga into it. Good. And then softly bring those legs down. Good, we're just going to take it over onto the tummy here. So I do hope that you are feeling a little bit of a burn into that belly, waking things up for your meal on weekend. Tops of feet drawing down, hands are going to come on either side of the ribs. We're just going to wave it on up into your cobra, inhaling, and then exhale down. Inhale, wave and drop. the toes under. Exhale to lift and press. Good. Softly draw the hips back. Lengthen the arms out in front. Exhaling. Good. Take a nice deep breath into your back body. Exhale to soften. Again. Awesome. And then coming on up. And you're done. So, a little bit more than 5 minutes, which those of you who know me know that you already knew it was going to be more than 5 minutes long. But again, just enough, a little flow. I'm feeling that sitting here right now. My obliques are holding me tighter. I'm sitting taller. I feel awesome. It definitely took less than 10 minutes, and this is something that you can just throw in there when you don't have the time to necessarily get to your full practice. So get out there, have an amazing weekend, but still treat your body with some love and nourishment and respect. Eat well, drink well, water I'm talking about, a little bit of vino or a vodka tonic on the weekend, but all in balance and in moderation. And if I don't see you on the mat right here in the studio, directly in front of me, then I hope at least I have this opportunity to interact with you at home. Have an amazing weekend. Namaste.